Have you seen this woman?
No, no, senor. No.
Gracias. Perdóneme, señor. ¿Ha visto a esta mujer?
No, no la he visto.
Señor, ¿ha visto a esta mujer? No. Gracias. Señor, perdóname. ¿Ha visto a esta mujer?
No.
No. No. Perdóname. ¿Ha visto a esta mujer?
No, no la conozco.
Señor, ¿ha visto a esta mujer?
No, señor.
Gracias.
¿Qué?
Señor. Señor.
Gracias.
Show, babe. Good job.
Nice snatch, Brogan, for an old man, but watch this.
Brogan. I didn't like what I saw out there on Sunday.
What are you talking about? I caught the winning touchdown.
You missed that crackback block on Cooper's run. You were worried about your shoulder.
That's the guys who did the operation. There's no permanent damage.
I don't want my players having any weaknesses that could be read by the other team. You took yourself off an injured reserve, Brogan. You said you were healthy.
The shoulder is solid.
Why don't you prove that to me?
I intend to.
I mean right now, Brogan. Mrs. Weiler's paying you a lot of money to play football, not to talk about it. Why don't you go over to the sled and impress me?
The sled is bullshit.
I got 2 rookies who need playing time, Brogan. You either go over to the sled or you sit on the bench.
No, Stassen. I'm gonna go over there and prove it to you.
Sam, go with him.
Yeah, come on, Sam. Doesn't matter how long you play for these guys. Still want you to prove it to them one more time.
Northfield scrimmage.
That guy's been on my ass since he got here. All right, let's get him, guys.
Get him up in there.
All right, here we go. All right, hand down. Look at me. Ready?
Hey! Sam, get on it.
All right, hand down. Look at me.
Sully, I'd like you to meet our county supervisor, Ed Phillips. He's Mrs. Weiler's guest here today.
Oh, I'm a big fan. Not only the Outlaws, but the kind of football I used to see when you were a player.
Well, football's changed quite a bit since I was a player.
Right, right. I guess that run of injuries kind of hurt you guys last season.
Yeah, we had a lousy bench last year. We had to play a lot of ball players that were injured that shouldn't have been playing.
Well, that's part of the job. You telling us you never played injured?
Yeah, well, I was dumb. I just don't like the idea of my boys getting hurt permanently.
You can see why they call him Mother.
Yeah, well, I don't know anything about being a supervisor, and I sure as hell don't know anything about being a lawyer. course, if I was a lawyer, I guess I wouldn't know shit about football, would I? Excuse me.
Let's get out of here.
You don't have to do this, Brogan.
The fucker's not beating me.
Hand down again. Look at me.
I'm the trainer here, and I say he's had enough. Hey, come on, Brogan. Come on. What are you trying to prove? You're a veteran, damn it.
What a dumb fucking thing to have me do.
Wait for me in my office, Brogan.
Steve Kirsch's office.
Yeah, this is Terry Brogan. I need to speak to Steve. Yeah, the Outlaws just put me on waivers.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm a big fan of yours, Terry. Hold the line, please. It's Terry Brogan. He's just been cut.
Tell him to call Schumacher.
He really needs to talk to you.
I don't handle players anymore.
Steve.
Get rid of him.
Hello again. Mr. Kirsch can't talk right now, but he suggests you call Hal Schumacher.
I don't want to speak to Hal Schumacher. I want to speak to Steve. When's he going to be available?
I really don't know.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. They screw up my shoulder, then they cut me.
Shit.
That's it, no word.
Well, they promised me they were going to keep you. This is behind my back, kid.
Yeah, I figured. You know, the first thing that shot through my head was they're gonna pay me off, but fuck, I want to play football.
Yeah, well, not this year, not with that shoulder. And let me ask you something, Terry. What the fuck makes you think they're going to pay you off?
I was injured.
You played 2 games and you played great. If you were injured, you sure as hell didn't look like it.
What was I supposed to do, huh? I could smell what they were thinking. I give them any trouble, they cut me.
Terry, they cut you anyway. They're rebuilding. More profit, less talent. You cost too much, my friend.
Well, they're not screwing me around. I'm gonna see my lawyer. We're gonna miss the pressure, Hank.
Give me a call.
Caxton, Benjamin, Parker, and Stein. Yes, yes. Hold on one moment, please. Hello, may I help you?
Yeah, I'm here to see Steve Kirsch.
I'll ring his office to see if he's in. Please have a seat.
Hello.
Hi. I'm here to see Steve Kirsch.
I know. I'm the one you've been talking to all day. The one who's a big fan of yours?
Oh, right. What's your name?
Edie.
Edie, I guess, what, he's not ever gonna talk to me or what?
Oh, you're down in my book to call.
Where's his office?
He's not here.
I know you gotta keep your job. Edie, you have a nice face. I don't
I'm
think it'd be a
telling you
problem.
the truth.
It wouldn't be out of line for you to lie to me, though, would it?
No.
Where is he?
Terry, it's good to see you.
I've been cut from the Outlaws.
Yeah, I know. I heard the firm represents Mrs. Weiler. Terry, you understand, since I joined the firm, I can't represent players.
Mrs. Weiler owns the Outlaws. She's our biggest client.
It's conflict of interest.
Wait a minute. Listen, Steve. When you came hustling me in school, I put my career in your hands. Can you remember those times just for a couple of minutes, please?
You're right. I'm sorry. Sit down.
Now, I've been playing injured. They know that, and they don't want to admit it because they don't want to pay me off, right?
Yeah, I think that's what their position's going to be, all right.
Well, their position's fucked. And I'm going to go to the Players Association. They're going to back me on that.
Yeah, you could do that, but listen to me for a second. Now, what happens if the Outlaws prove that you're perfectly fine? I mean, they probably got film in you at practice, preseason game. They're going to fight for a long, long time.
Steve, look, I'm having money problems, man. I'm broke.
Terry, what did you do? Did you spend every single cent that you ever made? Just let me think for just a second here. I I should get you a loan interest loan, something to tide you over in the meantime, right?
Excuse me.
Could you just wait for a second, please? And then I'll talk to these guys out here, see if I can soften their position up a little bit and get you something so it's not such a big hassle for you, you know? Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Kirsch. The reception. Mr. Caxton's waiting.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot. I gotta go.
Look, I gotta know something about this soon, Steve.
Well, I'll get on it first thing. Hey, you're one of my first players, huh? Mike Hogan and his wife Susan.
Oh, how you doing?
Ben
Nice to
Caxton.
see you. Thank you so much for coming. Get right on and have a nice drink. Lenny, my boy. Nice to see you.
Here's Hal Schumacher's number. Call him. He's a nice man.
You always get bombed at the end of the day?
That's business down there. That's an intimate fundraiser.
Oh, yeah, what do you mean?
Mr. Caxton has assessed every lawyer in the firm $1,500 to contribute to the re-election of Councilman Weinberg.
Mrs. Weiler is, Caxton's biggest client, isn't she?
Oh, yes. In fact, he's doing business for her right now.
Oh, yeah? For the Outlaws?
No. Mrs. Weiler's real business is real estate. Mr. Caxton wants a zoning variance on Mrs. Weiler's canyon so she can build houses there. His guest of honor tonight could vote against it. Trust me, he won't now. You know, I really hate things like before, when I couldn't be straight with you. I'm running out of conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I gotta go.
I'd really like to have a drink with you sometime. The Ginger Man after work?
Oh, okay, sure. The Ginger Man.
Touchdown. Yeah, you doing here, man? You been cut. They can get you for trespassing.
I'd outrun him. What the hell are you doing here, Tommy?
Jake wants to see you.
How is Jake?
He got stabbed last week.
What a shame.
He survived, Brogan.
Why does he want to see me?
He might have a job for you.
You tell him no thanks.
He'll be at the beach tomorrow. There's a volleyball game.
Oh, yeah, is he playing?
I told you he got stabbed, man.
Yeah, well, he lived, right?
You got problems now, Terry. You want trouble, too? Come to the beach tomorrow. You're not dumb. Besides, what the hell else you got to do?
Hey, you look good as a cripple. Is that why I had to come down here after 2 years? Give you my opinion on that?
Good to see you, man. How you doing?
Lousy. How's your life?
Club? Oh, Palace is doing great. The other business is even better than that. My action is about $500,000 a week. You know the grand prize today for the two guys who win this thing? 30 grand. It's not bad, is it? A few hours running on the beach.
Don't tell me you're taking action on this game.
What, you think there's a beach rat swimming around here? Huh? These guys are world-class players, Terry. You didn't know that? Sam! Sam, come here!
People love to bet on sports, Terry. You know that. I just help them out.
Yeah, right.
Well, these South Bay guys, they love this fucking game and they got money to burn. Damn right I'm gonna take their action. Hey, who's the fuzzy face? You want a cookie? You want a cookie? There's one. Whoa! You fuzzy face. Come on.
What kind of dog is going to hang out with you, Jake?
Hey, it doesn't belong to me, Terry. It belongs to the lady who cut me.
Oh, you're into violent women now, hmm?
Look, I was a bit of an asshole. You know, I got crazy and I popped her a few times. She came after me with a knife. Just missed my balls.
And was she going for him?
Don't they all? You got a new Porsche, huh?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You're rich, right? Well, let's go talk it over at the Palace. What do you say? We'll get there like the old days. You up to it?
No.
Come on, Sam. Come on. Come on, get in the car.
I'll just meet you there.
What, are you getting afraid of me in your old age?
Yeah, right.
Come on. Do a good release. You gonna tell me you don't need to release a little tension?
Do I have to tie one leg behind my back?
Take the old route. Sunset. Let's see if you still got balls, Terry. How'd you like that?
Where were ya? That was smart. See ya. Olivet, you're still number 2.
Dream on, Terry!
Jake! Son of a bitch! What the fucking idiot!
Scared the shit out of you, huh?
Oh, I'm an asshole for racing with you! I'm pulling out of here!
Come on, Terry, don't pussy out on me now.
The fun's over, Jake!
Not yet. Hey, Sam, be quiet. Get over here. What kept you? I was getting a little worried. I was afraid you flew out of your car and get stuck in all that garbage.
Can't have a fair race with a goddamn maniac.
Here, maybe this will fix you up. Come here. Try a little taste of this. Okay, how about a Guinness?
You want to tell me what the hell I'm doing here?
You're out of a job, right? I got some job possibilities for you. For one, you could work right back here. Celebrity bartender. You know, making drinks and telling your football stories to drunks every night. How's that sound?
You ought to take the job, Jake. You're a hell of a lot funnier than I am.
Okay, how about security guard? I mean, you know how to get hit. The point is, for a guy in your situation, Terry, the options stink. Or you could find her for me.
Is this the knife lady?
She's very important to me, Terry. Think about her the whole fucking time.
Hey, that's a new reality for you.
She stole 50 grand from me. I would have given her the money. I want her back, and I want you to find her for me.
You're crazy. Why would you trust me with her anyway?
Jesse hates football players. You think that's funny? She's also Mrs. Weiler's daughter. Did you ever meet her?
Jake. I heard about her. She's supposed to be pretty wild.
Her father was this English guy that Mrs. Weiler used to be married to. You know, one of those London stage actors comes over here, he can't make it in American films. Anyway, after he died, Mr. Weiler adopted her.
The daughter of an owner living with a bookie.
It's something, isn't it? She hates her mother. The woman treated her like a possession all her life. You know what it feels like to be one of Mrs. Weiler's possessions, don't you, Terry? I'll give you $10,000 right now. Pay your expenses. And if you find her, I'll give you 20,000 more.
Told you you're crazy. I'm a football player.
Without a team. Hey, that new Porsche of yours out there, is it paid for? What are you gonna do, man? Sell insurance? I mean, that's it, because, let's face it, you don't have the kind of bullshit personality it takes to work for one of the networks. Look, Terry, I don't want you to bring her back, man. I just want you to find her. Tell me where she is. What does that take? Time and money. Okay, so you got the time right now. I got the money.
Oh, great.
You know, I've never used what I got on you, Terry. Could be otherwise. I wouldn't want that. Would you? It's simple. Either you want to play football again, or you don't.
You never change, do you?
Not a bit. Hey, try Mrs. Weiler, Terry. She's probably got an idea what Jesse is.
Right.
If you hear about your being cut, I don't involve myself with the day-to-day business of the team.
That's not why I came here, Mrs. Weiler.
Oh? And suppose you tell me exactly what you want with me, Mr. Brogan.
Well, I'm looking for your daughter. We were very close, and she disappeared all of a sudden.
Give me a break.
What do you mean?
He sent you.
Who?
Jake. Wise. She was only with him to spite me. I don't know what she did to get away from him. What matters is she got the hell away from him. Why don't you drink to that?
Grace? Hi. Well, Ed seems to have solved the Soames problem. The head of the Planning Commission is coming to your party next Saturday. We're finally softening up these environmentalists.
How wonderful. Well, you seem to have won the opposition over on your own.
Oh, good project sells itself. Bob Soames got lots of other mountains to save.
Oh, you know Terry Brogan.
How are you?
Okay.
And Supervisor Phillips.
Oh, I'm a big fan.
Thanks.
Ed, I wonder if you'd mind going ahead to the table. We'll be right along.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
Be with you in a minute, Ed.
See you then. Well, Ben, it seems Mr. Brogan has a new job. Working for Jake Wise. Looking for Jessica.
Oh. You and Wise good friends, Brogan?
I go to his club to listen to the music. So did a lot of the team.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you let us steal you away from him? I won't let Jessica live like this. I'll double whatever he's paying you.
Hey, I'm not some gun for hire.
Oh, he can't top what we can offer, can he, Ben? He can't give you your job back with the outlaws.
Well, we could consider something.
You know, it isn't easy for Jessica to hide from me. She's been drawing from her trust. It's going to a little bank in Mexico, to an island, Cozumel. You could keep a watch on her. Make sure he gets nowhere near her again.
You know, I think I used Jake Wise as an excuse to come here. I mean, I guess I did really come here to get my job back. I didn't deserve what I got from the Outlaws. I played some damn good ball for you. I got a lot of good years left. Of course, I want to be back on the team, but because I'm worth it. Not because I spied on some 25-year-old who ran away from home. I'm not going to spy for you or Jake Wise.
Ben, this young man is trespassing here. Throw him out.
I don't believe you're wanted here. And you can forget about Kirsch. He's on my team. You want the outlaws to pay you off? Sue us. Walk him to his car.
I can kick myself out, thanks.
Ten years' work, Grace, and we're this close. I think just a few members of the team would have been enough. Having the Outlaws out here full force is kind of crowding it.
Well, I have to get some use out of them. I don't like football.
Ben! Ben! We got troubles. Soames is here, and he's brought a lot of those Save the Mountain people with him. It doesn't look good. Goddamn environmentalist bastards.
I think you better handle this. Come on, Ed.
I can't believe he's doing this to us, Ben.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Weiler.
Hello.
I'm Bob Soames. I'm on the County Planning Commission. But then you know that.
Of course I do. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
It's been a long time coming. I brought a few of my friends along. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. Bob, are your friends from the Sierra Club?
Why, yes, as a matter of fact, quite a few of them. I hope they're welcome here.
Oh, I've supported them for years. Not only financially, of course, but also in my heart. Please, join us for refreshments.
Oh, no, I really don't think so.
Oh, come on, please.
All right. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Ben. He promised me.
Soames thinks he's a smartass. I'm not laughing.
Cute little stores on the bottom. Zoning variances, they say downtown. I say, come on. I go,
What's it been, 3 weeks?
would you excuse me for just a second, Les? What are you doing here?
Free eats, right?
Right. Terry, this is Mrs. Weiler's party. I don't think you want to be here.
That was total bullshit in your office
Come
the other
on,
day,
come
wasn't
on.
it?
You don't want to talk like that,
You don't care
Terry.
about me. You work for Caxton.
You wanted to play pro football, right? That meant that every year there was a 25% chance you were going to lose your job because of an injury. You players just never seem to grasp it is not a very secure job.
A lot of us made you a rich fella, that didn't we, Kirsch?
That's right, Brogan. I got rich. I'm getting still richer all the time.
That's good, Steve.
That's real good. Come on.
God! Come on, you can afford it when I kick your teeth down your throat.
Everybody, see what happens. You're a has-been.
Terry, man, okay. Come on, goddammit. Back away.
That's intelligent.
Will you cool it? You know Caxton's here.
Hey, come on. Hey.
Relax, for Christ's sake.
You're finished in football, Brogan. Get him out of here.
Oh, I'm out of here.
You're not playing this right, Terry.
I could give a fuck.
Mr. Weiler never mixed his other businesses with a team. We played football. We didn't fuck around selling real estate.
What are you telling me? I'm lucky to be off the team?
I'm just telling you that it's a new goddamn ball game here. That's all I'm trying to tell you, and it's all bullshit. I don't belong here either. It's a goddamn circus. And I've been hearing some weird things about you.
Like what?
Like you might be going to work for Jake Weiss.
Hey, you offered me a job,
Yeah, but you turned him down. You're a real smart kid, right? Wait a minute, Terry. I know you're worried about money, but don't screw around with Jake Weiss. I'm gonna make a phone call. I'm gonna get you a coaching job. Wait a minute, just for the year.
Sully, I'm not ready to do what you do. I'm a player. There's nothing here for me now but shit. You're not gonna pay me my money, my shoulder screwed up for the season. You wanna know what I'm telling myself to do? Take Wise's money, take a goddamn vacation. I'll find his little rich girl for him and lay in the sun. Have a good season, Hank.
Terry,
I'm on my own.
keep away from Weiss, damn it.
Jesse?
Mira, cochino gringo, deja de estar fregando. Quiero estar sola, así que lárgate.
I'm sorry.
¿Qué esperas? Ya vete. No puede
I'm
estar uno
sorry.
salir de vacaciones porque están como moscas. Así que ya vete.
Perdóneme. Señor. ¿Visto a esta mujer?
No, no lo conozco.
No, tampoco.
Gracias.
Justo ya.
Perdóneme, señor. Necesito... Gracias. Jesse? Hey, you're Jesse Weiler, aren't you? I'm Terry Brogan. I played ball for the Outlaws.
The Outlaws don't interest me. Dos mangos, por favor.
I'm not playing this season.
Gracias.
Say, there's not too much going on this island. Do you know where I can go to have a good time?
Get off the island. Carrie leaves every morning. Una más?
Can I buy you a drink or something?
Nope.
How about a taco? Huh?
¿Cuánto?
400.
I guess you can have anybody do that for you in L.A., huh?
What's that?
You know, have some football player buy a couple of tacos and a beer.
There are a lot better things to do, even in LA.
Hey, what is it you don't like exactly? Football players, tacos, or beer?
I like tacos and I like beer.
Hey! Well, I should take the ferry, huh? Figure if I keep talking, you won't disappear.
Bye!
You sure about that? Hey! Yeah. Hey, Jake, how's it going? No, nothing yet. No. Hey, I didn't expect to have signs telling me where she is, you know? I don't know, maybe I'll be outside having a drink or something. I'll look over out of nowhere. She'll be buying some fruit or something. I will call you in a few days. All right. See you. Bye. Hey, pretty slick, Gilberto.
Okay, senor. O cerveza, no glass.
Gracias. Been hanging out here a lot, huh?
Sí.
Some hangout.
¡Espera! ¡Ey, me debes 10 pesos!
Damn it! Hey, where's that boat going?
Tulum.
When's the next ferry?
6 hours.
Shit!
Should I be afraid of you?
I don't know. It's beautiful, huh?
If this were LA, my stepfather would have bought all this by now, torn it up and built condominiums. Here they let the land intimidate them. They leave it in peace, thank God.
Some spot.
It's nothing like the great Maya cities of the Yucatan. Chichen Itza. Should have hidden there.
Oh, is that what you're doing down here, hiding?
Yep. From you, right?
What do you mean?
Jake sent you.
Maybe your mother did.
Hey, I wouldn't know which one of them had more to threaten you with.
You want to know the truth? I came down here for the hell of it. I wanted to get out of LA. An island in the Caribbean didn't sound too bad. Only trouble is, now I'm here, I find myself in the middle of something I have absolutely no feeling for.
Well, you're not doing this for free. You're getting paid, and paid well, aren't you? Which one are you working for? Which one knows you found me?
And nobody knows anything, okay?
Oh, sure.
I figure fuck 'em, you know? Fuck you too, lady. Loved your drawing.
Yeah?
Want to talk to you.
Talk.
Want to know why I should believe you won't tell Jake where I am.
Hey, look, there are probably people who care what you believe, lady. I don't see them in the room. I have a broken shoulder. Both my knees are shot. There are guys crippling themselves right now, so you can act like a 13-year-old runaway from some mansion in Bel Air. I could really give a shit what you believe.
How's Sam?
Who?
My dog.
I don't know. Looks like he's being fed.
You know, I think you were right. I shouldn't be afraid of you. When are you leaving?
I think 4 o'clock, yeah. Wish it was sooner.
Never found where I lived, did you? I don't think anybody could. It's the prettiest place on the island. Don't leave without saying goodbye. You take the highway out of town to kilometer 19. And when you see the 3 Tecate cans, it's the first dirt road on the right. Don't leave without saying goodbye. Don't leave without saying goodbye.
You don't have to worry about the neighbors.
They're building homes here when a storm hit. They all fell down except this one.
Waited for you, huh?
Yeah. Like a drink?
All right, that'd be great.
Tequila okay?
That's great, yeah.
It's Maya. 3rd century, I think. No ice.
It's all right. Well, you don't have any electricity here, huh?
No. Propane.
So how'd you end up with Jake?
The palace, I guess. I wanted to be a rock and roll singer. Jake convinced me that rich girls don't have the soul for it.
Yeah, it sounds like Jake. He's always trying to convince somebody of something.
Seems I had the soul to, live with him, be his girlfriend.
Well, he never had anybody like you before, I can tell you that. I mean, you're a whole different class for him.
Huh. Not really. My family didn't get to earn most of Bel Air by being honest. Jake always thought I was his luck. Really, I just helped him outthink people like my family.
I know why he wanted you. Why were you with him?
I like that my being with him made a lot of people crazy.
Like your mom?
Even frightened her. And that was really something to finally pull off. Only my brother had done that, and that by killing himself.
Your brother killed himself?
I guess. He got into drugs for the same reason I did. To get away from our terrible life.
Did his dying make you stop?
Jake did.
Jake?
After I'd been with them a while, it suddenly became very important to him that I stop. Wouldn't leave me alone, kept after me until I quit. Truth is, I wanted to quit. But when I did, I didn't need Jake anymore.
But that kind of threw him, huh?
He said the only way I could ever get away from him would be to kill him.
Well, you almost did.
Not really. I'm going to stay away from Jake. And my mother.
Good. How to get going?
Why? What'd you come here for?
This is the best I've felt in years. I think you're incredible.
You do?
Yes, I do.
There's a great canyon down there. Let's go back down there.
Don't you have to breathe?
Come on, this is good therapy for my shoulder.
¡Ay, qué bonito es estar! Todo lo que uno quiere, con todo lo que uno quiere. ¡Qué bonito es estar! This is a dream, you know that?
It's true. I've completely forgotten about football.
Liar!
Hey!
The first thing you said, I don't believe.
Hey, come here. It's true.
Come in here and prove it.
I'm not coming in there.
Woo! Come on, Guapo. Good therapy for your shoulder.
Hey, caramba! Hey!
You know, I thought Jake would send someone awful.
How do you know I'm not awful? Maybe I'm no different than Jake.
Well, we haven't left each other's side for the last 2 weeks. Figure I know who you are, Terry Brogan.
Jess. You know, when I first got my pro contract, that was the first real money that I ever had. It wasn't that much because my lawyer took a big hunk out of it, but still, I bought everything inside. And the girl that I was living with at the time, she moved out on me when I was on the road, took all my furniture with her. I know it kind of seems funny now, but at the time, it really flipped me out. You know, I was under a lot of pressure. I was trying to make the starting lineup. I started acting crazy, hanging out with Jake, and we got along great. He was as crazy as I was. And after a couple of years, I got my ass into debt. I mean, really badly. And I made a deal with him to shave points.
You know, you don't have to tell me this, okay?
What, I'm supposed to stop now or something? You said you know me, well, you don't. I want you to. It was a game during the playoffs. We were expected to win by a 4-point spread. And I was supposed to see we didn't win by so fucking much. And I kept putting off doing anything about it because I was feeling so good, you know, to blow the other team out. In the fourth quarter, they scored 14 points, you know. Everything was great. Point spread was 4, we were ahead by 3. Didn't have to do anything. And the quarterback, he threw this pass. Put it right into my hands. It was just so perfect, I just had to catch it, you know. All I had to do was just drop the fucker. But my reflexes took over. So their guy tackled me on the 5. And I fumbled. I just made my hands let go of the ball. Scared the shit out of me. You know, I thought everybody in this stadium, all 55,000 people, knew I was a son of a bitch.
You won by 3 instead of 4 points at 1 point.
Jess, if another player would have done that, you'd have to pull me off him quicker. He would have been dead.
Still torturing you, isn't it? See, I do know who you are. Do you know what I wish? I wish I'd seen you play football. I bet you were wonderful.
I can see how Jake could go crazy without you. Call from Jake. Stopped coming in 4 days ago. Should leave here, you know.
Oh, Terry, I don't want to leave. So perfect here.
Yeah, I know. We have no choice, though.
Well, I don't have much money left. Can't draw from my trust for another 3 months.
Jake's money's all gone?
What do you mean, Jake's money?
Well, he said you took 50 grand from him.
You sure I'm going to steal from him? I don't want him off me? I'd be out of my mind. I didn't take a cent of his goddamn money.
Well, I've got the money he gave me, so... Hey, I'm gonna go back to the hotel in the morning, get my bags, and cover our tracks, huh? But you're gonna have to go to Chichen Itza alone, okay? I gotta get Jake off our trail.
God, where have you been, Terry? For 10 days in this horrible place.
Hey, I think I found a guy who can get us a house in Oaxaca to hide for a while.
Anywhere but here.
I hope he's for real. It's gonna cost us everything I got.
You don't know what it's like here.
Where are we going? Hey, Jess, come on, the people can see us.
So Jake can't. Who cares?
Jess, come on, will you quit? Hey, come on, you know we had to separate. Jake thinks I'm all over the place looking for you. I've been to Mexico City, Cuernavaca, Tasco. Jesse, hey, I wired Jake. He thinks you're in Campeche. I wonder, when was the last time someone used this court? 14 or 15 centuries ago, maybe? The games they had here must have been incredible. Look at this. They even wore face masks. Had shoulder pads.
Games were a little more serious than the ones you played, Terry. They'd play for days, and the team that lost would get their heads chopped off. The guys who bet on the game would wager themselves and even their children. And if they lost, they were slaves.
You're going crazy here, aren't you?
I think I'd be crazy if I weren't.
We're getting out.
To go where? Another place we don't belong? We could do better.
With what? Jess, look, I don't have the money Jake and your mother have, but so what? I'm taking care of you, aren't I? Jess.
There's money in Mexico City.
What do you mean? Whose money?
Mine.
Yours?
Jake's.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Couldn't trust you for sure.
Since when couldn't you trust me?
In the beginning?
What beginning? We've been into this 10 minutes after we saw each other. Hey, tell me. When did you start trusting me?
Terry, it was a risk to trust you, all right?
Oh, that's funny. I never thought of it that way.
Well, I took the risk by letting you come with me.
You let me come with you?
Yeah, it would have been different if I were alone.
What, do you think I'm caging you in or something?
Well, it's true, isn't it?
I'm standing in your way of your freedom. I'm keeping you from your money in Mexico City.
Twisting what I'm saying.
Hey, Jesus, I love you. You've become everything I'm about. Don't you understand that?
Can't anyone love me without it being life or death to them?
You know, most people are afraid they're never going to be loved like that.
Terry, wait.
I've lied and I've used people all my life. Because I thought that's what everybody did. Everyone except my brother, and look where it got him. It's just so hard for me to trust anyone.
I'm not anyone.
I know. I know you're not, and I'm trying. I want to trust you. God, I love you. I love you.
Hey, come on, the park's closing. Let's go to the sweat house.
Terry. Somebody in here.
Where?
Somebody in here.
Sully? What the fuck?
Sorry I walked in on you like that, kid.
Walked in on me? What the hell are you doing here, Sully?
What am I doing here? What are we doing here? You got yourself in a lot of trouble, kid. I came here to talk some sense into you, I guess.
Came down here to talk to me?
Terry, a tired old guy like me can find you.
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Who is he, Terry?
It's Hank Sully. He's with the Outlaws.
Jake sent him.
That's crazy.
I know his name. Used to call Jake at the house, all right?
Talk to me, Saul. Why did you leave the team in the middle of the season? Come on, talk!
What do you want from me? That jackass Caxton and her old lady screwing up the team? You know, if Mr. Weiler were alive, I'd be head coach. I think about that a lot, Terry. So I just figured, fuck it. I'd do something for me for a change. I was close to you guys. I knew who was in debt and just how deep. So when Jake wanted, I could always figure who was ready to break.
You're going home from here with nothing. You know that.
Yeah, but Wise will send someone a lot tougher than me, Terry.
Hank, come on. Man, this is crazy. How much trouble are you in?
Enough. I'm sorry.
Come on, Terry.
Hold it!
Hank, come on, man. You said you were old and tired and out of your mind, too, are you? Hank, come on. This is Terry, man.
You're talking to him like your friend. You don't know him, Terry.
Just let me take her back with me, Terry. Who's gonna hurt her? Weiss? He worships her.
Back off, Sully.
Goddamn you, Terry! She's worthless! Come on, Terry. You're no good at this. It was easy to find you. Mexico City, Cuernavaca. I was breathing down your neck and you didn't even know it. Come on, Terry, I'm taking her back. Son of a bitch! Jesse! Damn it, Sully! Oh.
What? Get it, Terry! Stop it! Get off him!
Jackass! Terry! Get up! Come on!
Stop!
Come on!
Okay, stop. Stop!
Shut the fuck up!
Come on, back off, Solly! Get away, please, get away!
See what you've done? Give me that fucking gun!
You grabbed the gun, Terry. I couldn't help it. Come on, let's get out of here.
He's not dead!
He will be, Terry. There's no one here that can help him.
She's right. Or maybe I'll stop bleeding. What do you think?
Sure. Sure.
You're full of shit, Brogan.
We gotta get him to somebody. We gotta do something.
Do what? Take him to a Mexican jail with a body and a gun? Are you crazy?
It's not our fault, Jesse. We can explain it.
We can't, Terry. Let's just get out. Let's just go. Let's just run.
This isn't something we can run away from anymore.
Oh, God, you're so innocent. You just don't understand, do you?
Come on, son. Yeah, man.
Bury me here, Brogan.
Forget that shit, will you?
What are we doing down here?
Jess! Jesse! Jess! Jesse! Jess, no. La señorita!
watch this bike. Get over, get over. I got it. Get up, get it. Nice. What are you playing with your high heels on? Jesus.
Impressive.
Terry!
See? If I like a guy, and it looks like I'm never gonna see him again, I don't worry. You know why? Because I always get lucky. Thanks, honey.
Oh, you're working up a sweat. That's good.
I love sports, Terry. You know that. Okay. It's an Outlaws game, just about to start. Come on up. Tommy, you head into town. You call me after the games, okay? So, did you notice? I'm walking without a limp.
Yeah, you got your life together, Jake. I'm impressed.
You know, Tara, there's never just one game. There's always a whole mess of them. Like life. You get hit hard by one, you get blessed by a couple of others. You still like football, don't you, Tara? I love the game myself. Business and pleasure. You got a new conditioning coach. Did you know that? Sully's gone. What the hell are you gonna tell me, Terry? What happened to you down there?
I decided it was a shit job.
So what, you just walked away from it?
You still looking for her? Did you find her yet?
It's none of your business, Terry. Listen, you didn't finish the job, so I don't owe you the rest of the money, okay? I figure you just came over today to say we're still friends. Am I right? Tell me I'm right.
No. No, I just wanted to tell you to your face to eat it.
It's nice.
You mentioned having something on me. You hang me, you hang yourself. Go to hell.
It's not that easy, Terry. There's other people involved, you see. It's not just you and me. If you really want to play football again, there's something you got to do. Another job. It's going to help both of us.
You didn't hear what I said, did you? It's finished with us, Jake.
Don't you feel you owe me just a little something?
No, Terry.
Does she look great or what? Christ, would you look at that defense? Huh? Look at this. It's like the whole team has gone out of shape with that old Sully. Yeah, Sully is missed. I can tell you that. Hey, come on, Terry, don't leave. Stay and watch the game, man. If you want. You can even place a bet.
Some other time.
Oh, hey, there's a party at the Palace tomorrow night. You hear some good music? I'll tell you all about that job. You believe me, this is something you got to do for yourself. Because your career is all you got right now, my friend. So I'm going to expect you, right?
Hey, get out of there! Get out! Get out of there!
You been all right?
Wait till I get my wind back, will you? Get your dog out of here.
Come on, Sam. Think about you.
Oh, I think about you too, lady. Let's leave it at that, huh?
Terry, you've got to understand who I am. Someone has always been there to take care of things. You weren't able to handle what happened to Sully. I had to come back. It was either Jake or my mother, and I couldn't go to her. Terry, he knows about Sully.
Oh, what's he know? What would you tell him, Jesse?
Terry, he could hurt us.
You mean he could hurt me?
Just do what he wants, Terry, and finish it with him.
Were you scared for me, Jess? Huh?
Yes.
You know, I've been down there looking for you. I came back here hoping somebody might know something. I was worried about you. I came back to this fuck.
I love you.
Oh, yeah, I noticed.
Look great tonight. Todd, how you doing? Jake? Let's go upstairs and talk some football. Sunday's games? You're here to watch the show tonight, Riskin. Catch me when I'm in the mood, Jake. Tommy, Why don't you go down and hang out at the end of the bar? If you want to talk, maybe Tommy's in the mood to listen. Hi, how are you?
Jake. He never writes anything down. I don't even know if he can write.
Hey,
I don't want to trust my money to his
watch
memory.
your mouth when you fucking talk about Tommy. You hear me? Now, if not okay, go put your money someplace else. Hi, how are you? Go on. Go on.
I'll be in the bar.
We'll be at the bar. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Glad you showed up, man. That's nice, nice.
Came to get your stink off me.
Listen, pal, I'm not the one who blew this friendship, okay?
Where's Jessie?
She stayed at home. She's upset about something. I don't know what it could be. What do you think?
I think you've got a lot of friends.
Well, why don't you go in and mingle with them, okay? Tommy should Terry to his table. Talk to you later.
Autograph of football, I swear. Write to your kid and say, to Johnny, all right? And a picture you'll get, but I want something in return, Stan. I want a complete catalog on Bob Marley. I'm talking about everything. All the records, and I want live concerts, everything, all right? Listen, if I ask him to also
Hi.
autograph your kid's arm.
Have you heard about this band?
No.
It's supposed to be great. I can't wait.
What are you doing here? Listen, if you have something you want to say to me, why don't you just say it, Brogan, and get out of here, okay?
This guy looks familiar. Why is that?
Listen, smartass. Just get out of here. Okay. Tommy?
Miami, New England. New England and 5.
Hey, Tommy.
Go ahead.
Hey, Tommy!
This guy a friend of yours?
Go ahead. Is this guy the show or what?
Sit down.
Such a prick.
Thank you. Well, the good news is that some of my best friends are here tonight. The bad news is the rest of you are here. Thank you. It's a good thing I stayed in the music business instead of in comedy. Okay, a great act tonight, straight from my hometown. Where's my hometown, August? New York City, the Big Apple. Yeah. Rotten to the core, as tonight's group will aptly demonstrate. They think of themselves as tropical gangsters, but we like to call them Kid Creole and the Coconut.
I can't deny we had some good times. We were like a bike built for two. But I can't lie to you. The rumors coming true. Oh, another girl's arousing my curiosity. Another girl's arousing my curiosity. And there's not a thing that I can do except tell you that my thoughts are of you. Though I chase them away. Yes, it's true, I guess I'll always love you. You were difficult to replace. I can't deny we've had some good times. Hanging out without parachute. But if I stayed with you, when did I ask you to? I'd have to cut myself into another girl's arousing my curiosity. Another girl arousing my curiosity. And there's nothing that I can do. It's been a pleasure loving you.
Planning Commissioner Soames. Dealing with politicians now.
I'm a top sports accountant, Terry. Bob Soames has been a client of mine for a long time. I only deal with uptown people.
Like this guy you got me sitting with?
Kirsch? As a matter of fact, this job I had for you, it's got to do with Kirsch.
You're really coming up in the world. Lawyers, politicians.
I've been doing business with Kirsch for a long time, Terry. Yeah. Sully, too. Sully kept me up on injuries that might affect upcoming games. And Kirsch let me know what players weren't going to have their contracts renewed. I had it great.
It's a shitty business, Jake.
Well, it's a shitty world, Terry. See, Kirsch and Sully fixed a game behind my back. Kirsch placed what I thought was an off-the-wall bet. But when he won big, I paid the cocksucker. I guess he figured when I lost Jesse, I was ripe for being screwed. Must be an epidemic.
How'd you find out?
Your friend, Sully. Kirsch, the greedy son of a bitch, cheated Sully on his cut. So he came up here, figuring there'd be some money, telling me about it.
Poor fucking Sully.
I'd like to kick the shit out of Kirsch. The asshole's got files on me.
Oh, and I'm the dumb fuck who's supposed to get him for you?
He's got records of the games, of the business I did with the players. Do you know who that includes, Terry? What, you got no smart mouth remark for that one? Now here. One of these will get you into Kirsch's building, the other into the office. Sunday night. Late. It's a little dirty. But not so dirty you won't sleep nights.
Why me? Why not Tommy?
I want Tommy clean. You? I was ready to be your friend for life. Now you owe me. This is what I want from you. It's in our mutual interest. As far as I'm concerned, it finishes all this shit between us.
I'm missing the show.
What the hell made you think you could handle Jessie? I bet you used to bring her home flowers.
No, you don't have to do that when you're living in the jungle. You just take her outside and show her what tree you're gonna do it under tonight. Hell, we get lots of trees.
Shit! Now you follow me into the fucking toilet. Would you give me a break, please? What is this?
It's a warning. Be careful.
Okay, Terry. I'm gonna be very, very careful, all right? Just
Steve.
fuck right off.
You think we're sitting at the same table by accident? I figured the bet was you'd make a scene, we'd be noticed.
Really?
I'm gonna be looking out for myself. I've done what I can for you.
Okay, fuck off.
I'm trying to think which thing I did in my life made me deserve you.
Go to hell.
Oh, I have. You know that, lady. What's it like with Jake?
Oh.
Huh? When you two are doing it. Is he good?
Oh, shut up, Terry.
Does he ever get the cock that I do? Huh?
Shut up!
You know what he wants me to do for him? Huh? You and I have seen worse. Jake's a gambler. He thinks I took his luck when I took you. I hit him too hard.
Then get out of it now.
Oh, but what about all the things you and I shared, Jess? What about Sully?
You remember him? That guy we killed down there in the jungle? He's got me one way or the other, doesn't he? Doesn't he? Now go ahead, you rip the shirt off. Come on. Rip the shirt off. Rip the fucking shirt off. What am I gonna do?
Oh, Terry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I love you.
Help me. Help me.
What are we gonna do?
Is this Sam? Is this Sam? I bet it is Sam, is it? There's Sam. Yeah, Sam's crazy about me. That's a fact. Dogs kill for people they love. Maybe Sam knows I'd kill for you.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, you see that? Now you're looking at me. Why do I have to frighten you to get you to look at me? Give you everything you want. Your mother and Caxton can't stomp on me. You're not even afraid of them anymore. You know, when you came at me with a knife, all I could think of was that you were going to hurt yourself.
I'm not spitting in your face. I just want you to let me go.
We were first together. It was so great. I could finally impress those fucks in Beverly Hills, you remember? You know what was even better? You were smart. You really helped me. But I don't care about any of that now. I need you. It's just not okay to be alone anymore.
No, Jake. No.
You ruined my life. God damn it, I'm not gonna lose you.
He's got files on the business I did with the players. I mean, you do want to play ball again, don't you, Terry? Sunday night. Late. It's a little dirty, but not so dirty you won't sleep nights.
Steve?
This is the rest of what Jake owes you. Yeah.
I hid the body, but they're gonna find it sooner or later.
He killed him? He had him
Shh,
killed?
Edie.
Oh, God. Not that it's any great loss, but
Jake Wise planted something up in his office to frame you. I couldn't find it in time.
oh, they're all bastards. All of them.
Look, Edie, I need your help. Now, you worked with Kirsch for a long time.
You could knock the hell out of him.
What do you mean?
I don't know what Jake planted. But Kirsch kept a tiny little treasure chest that could blow everybody up. Shouldn't be as drunk.
Listen, if the booze helps.
I can't believe this is my life. Oh.
Where was this box?
Terry. I'd be too scared to do it.
You worked for Kirsch. You knew most of what he knew. They know that. Edie, they'll kill you too. Edie, help me.
But it means
What?
going back there to Kirsch's office. shouldn't be a dog in here.
Who the hell are you?
I worked for Kirsch. You must be the one who unemployed me.
Set.
Are the others here?
Mm-hmm. They're all over the building. Looking for the body.
Some mess.
Oh, we're gonna find him.
Jake wants certain things out of the office right away.
Why?
I guess he's a little jumpy. Things do seem to be disappearing tonight, don't they? Your dog bothers me.
It's supposed to bother people.
Put him in there, please.
No.
You know, you're making this take much more time than it has to. Mr. Wise is waiting for me. Listen. You're not a security guard, but I belong here. Now put the goddamn dog in there.
Hey. Yeah? Oh, hello, Mr. Weiss. No, we haven't found Kirsch's body. Don't worry about it. Look, don't get excited. We'll find it. We're gonna take it a floor at a time. I'm sure of it. Now we're in the office looking for those papers you wanted. You know, the ones you asked that girl to get. Hey, come back here! You crazy bitch! Who are you, goddammit? Who the hell are you? You're dead!
Run, Edie! Come on! Edie!
Yes, I got him!
Come on. Hey! Here, I'll park that for
I
you.
live here.
Jessica.
Hello, Mother.
You're looking well.
I need to see Ben.
I've missed you.
Please get Ben, Mother. Please.
Oh, he's much too busy celebrating. Bob Soames changed his vote on Weiler Canyon. What do you want with Ben?
I just want to talk to him about something.
You can talk to him tomorrow morning.
No, Mother, I need to speak to him right now, right now.
Keep your voice down.
I'll embarrass you, Mother.
I'll just walk right in there and I'll be my sweet self.
Hello, Jesse.
Hello, Ben. I have to talk to you. Alone.
Excuse us. Let's go in there.
Jake's had Stephen Kirsch killed. What? He told me tonight he's made it look like Terry did it. He was trying to get Terry for what he did with me, but it's much more than that. He's been fixing games and betting against his own bank. Kirsch has been making the bets for him.
I'm telling you, Tommy, something is going down at Kirsch's office.
Jake, Brogan wouldn't have gone back there, man. I mean, why would he? He'd be crazy letting us get another shot at
Would
it.
you just get over to Century City and find out what's going on? Come on.
You've gotten out of hand, Jake. Come on, Tommy.
What have you done to me?
He's here to help me, Jake, not hurt you.
The things you don't know, Jesse. This man that you and your mother and everybody think so much of, he's my bank. I work for him.
Ben?
Yeah, Ben. You told him everything, didn't you? Didn't you?
Oh, God.
You're still trying to kill me. Well, this time I might just be dead.
Jake.
I love you, Jesse. Why did that have to be a bad thing? I tell you, I didn't mean anything bad.
Your office is still busy. Yeah. That you, Brogan?
Here. Hello, Brogan.
Who's this? Hey, Senor Caxton. Couldn't catch the game tonight.
We won. Listen, Brogan, I'm getting into this because of my goddaughter, Jessica.
Well, I'll tell you, there's somebody else you gotta help tonight, Caxton. Yourself. I've just been in Kirsch's safe. Yeah, you know what he had in there? The goods on you, Supervisor Phillips, a whole lot of people. I know all about Soames. You know, the commissioner who wanted to protect the environment but liked to bet on football, too. Guess he found out the two don't mix, didn't he, Caxton?
I think we should meet.
I got no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I know a great place, Weiler Canyon, in an hour. The spot where you're gonna break ground in a couple of weeks.
I know the place. That idiot football player you were going to get has got me by the balls. Come on. Jesse, you too, Wise. Your friend Brogan is a threat to me, Jesse. I don't know what he wants, but it's got to be settled. Tonight.
Can't believe this is you, Ben. I think my mother would snap if she knew.
I get things done in this town. And the people I work for, like your mother, have no interest in how that happens. Just that I do it. She wants Weiler Canyon developed. But you can't get through to everybody with campaign contributions. So I have to go into business with some very strange people. Like that asshole next to you.
I don't have to take this shit from you, Caxton. He's as dirty as I am, Jesse. He owns 75% of the book and 75% of the club. I take all the heat while he sits on his ass in Century City.
Shut him up, Tommy. He got you into this, now convince me you're not an asshole.
Come on, Tommy. They're never gonna let you sit on top, don't you know that?
When you had Kirsch killed, Jake, you buried yourself.
You think guys like this are ever gonna do business with you? Why don't you wise up? No one. I am telling you, no one in Beverly Hills is ever gonna do business with a black man.
Shut up, Jake. You're a dead man.
Not yet, Caxton. Brogan isn't gonna beat anybody. I can take care of him. You still need me. Put that fucking gun away.
Take it, Jake.
My best friend.
Brogan!
Watch it, Terry, they've got a gun!
Shut up, Jesse!
That's okay, Jesse. Things always have a way of getting messed up when you're in them. I don't expect the best.
What the hell are you doing, Brogan?
This mountain's pretty important to you, isn't it, Caxton? You know, with what I got from Kirsch's safe, I could knock all your plans to hell. Mrs. Weiler wouldn't like that very much, would she?
What do you want? Don't shoot!
Hey!
You guys are trying to kill me! What do you think I want? I want to stay alive!
What do you want?
I didn't want you, Caxton. I want Jake's shit out of my life. Now I want yours out, too.
That's all you want? Why don't I believe you?
Because you're a corrupt old man.
Your coverage stinks, Tommy! What's your deal, Brogan?
I just found out tonight Jake jumps for you. Slap him down. It's really that fucking simple, Caxton. I'll keep the stuff from Kirsch's safe until I'm satisfied.
Well, that can be arranged.
Are you crazy? Don't let this punk beat you. It can still work. Sully the trainer, Kirsch the lawyer, and Brogan the player, all cheating each other on the fix.
Knock that off, Jake.
Drop the gun, Terry. Drop the fucking gun.
Take the gun away from her head, Jake. You're not gonna hurt her.
You want to gamble with me, Terry? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Take the gun away.
You were my friend, you know me. Come on, take your shot.
Don't do it, Terry. You won't hurt me.
I'm not gonna take that chance.
Attaboy. Don't think about it, Tommy. I'll blow you away. Step back. Step fucking back. Who's gonna be a dead man, Caxton? Not me. It's gotta be Terry.
Don't make somebody your friend, Jake. How much shit they're willing to do for you?
Jake, don't do it. Don't. Jake, I love him.
Right in my face. Right in my fucking face. I'm gonna blow him the fuck out of you.
Keep away from her, Brogan. You can't help her with this.
But you can, Caxton.
I think so. But it means doing things my way. I want that stuff from Kirsch. And Jessie's going back where she belongs.
You'll leave him alone, then. I'll do what you want, but you'll leave him alone.
What I'm most happy about is the opportunity to share this land. Its beauty and the beauty of everything around it won't be sitting up here alone anymore, just going to waste. I'm sharing what I believe is the best location on the west side, close to Century City and the ocean. We won't crowd the hillsides. Each owner will feel that the canyon belongs to him, a sanctuary from the crowding and crime of the city below us. Specifically, I'd like to acknowledge 3 public officials without whose generous support we wouldn't be here. Supervisor Ed Phillips, Councilman Leonard Weinberg,
Stay here.
Just remember your promise, Ben.
and the head of the commission, Bob Soames. Thank you, gentlemen. Now for the big moment.
This was the only way you could get a look at her, huh?
Nothing gets in the way of progress, does it?
We had to put it off for 6 months until things died down in the press. Moving 5 million yards of earth out of here. Enough to fill a line of dump trucks from here to Nova Scotia.
This town really does belong to people like you, doesn't it? You and her mother control what she says, what she does. There's nothing I've read or heard about in the news that isn't exactly the way you wanted it. Jake Wise did things even he would have been freaked out about.
There's a lot of sympathy for her.
Well, there should be.
Well, it didn't seem to hurt you, Brogan. I heard you got some tryouts with good teams.
Playing with the Dolphins next season. That's one you couldn't put a stop to, could you, Caxton? I'll be ready. A couple of good years and I'll quit on my own terms.
So you're going to leave L.A. Good.
Look, when you need me in court, I'll be there for her.
But forget anything else. Remember, Brogan, you're out of her life.
Figure that's up to her. You're not going to control us forever. Believe me.
How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace. When I stand here taking every breath with you. Ooh, you're the only one who really knew me at all. How can you just walk away from me when all I can do is watch you leave? 'Cause we shared the laughter and the pain, and even shared the tears. You're the only one who really knew me at all. So take a look at me now. There's just an empty space. There's nothing left here to remind me. Just the memory of your face. Oh, take a look at me now. There's just an empty space. And you coming back to me is against the odds. And that's what I've got to face. I wish I could just make you turn around and see me cry. There's so much I need to say to you, so many reasons why. wait for you is all I can do, and that's what I've gotta face. Take a good look at me now, 'cause I'll still be standing here, and you coming back to me is against all odds. It's the chance I've gotta take. Take a look at me